Cambridge International School, Dasua, a Vassal education school. Hello friends, I am Radha working as PGT Business Studies at Cambridge International School, Dasua. Students, in our previous lesson, we have studied about the process of planning. We have studied about the steps involved in the process of planning, like setting the objectives, develop planning premises, identifying alternatives, evaluating alternative course of action, and then select the best alternative, implementation of plans, then follow up. Students, setting the objective. It is the first step in the process of planning where we need to set the objectives, and objectives provide the direction to the whole organization. Then second step, develop planning premises. Because future is uncertain, so we need to go for making certain assumptions, and these assumptions are called planning premises. Then we need to make a list of alternative course of action which will help us to achieve the particular goal. Then we need to evaluate all the alternatives. We need to check their merits and demerits. And then we need to select the best alternative which will be more profitable, feasible, and it will help to achieve your organizational goal. After selecting the best course of action, we need to go for implementation. We need to implement that plan, means put the plan into action. Now this is the last step, that is follow up. We need to review what we have done, and we need to see whatever objectives we have decided whether that are achieved or not. So after discussing the topic process of planning, now today we will start the new topic, that is types of plan. So let us start with the new topic, that is types of plans. And our learning objective is students will understand different types of plans today. Planning is the process to take decisions related to the business operations or for any particular project for particular purpose. And every business firm makes plan as per need and time period. And we can make plan for a short period of time or for long period of time to achieve organizational goals. So today we will study about the different types of plans like objectives, strategy, policy, procedure, rules, method, program, budget. So everyone makes a plan, but in business form it is compulsory to make a plan for achieving organizational goals, and according to need, situation and time period, everyone tries to make a good plan so that we can achieve our organizational goal. Planning is the process which involves certain steps or action which are necessary to perform to achieve organizational goals. And plans we can classify into two categories, single use plan and standing plans. Both plans are important part of operational planning process. Now first we will discuss about the single use plans. Single use plans are those plans which are made for one time project or an event, means when that particular event will be over, the need of that plan also will be over. For example, you would like to organize your birthday party tomorrow. Then you need a good plan so that you can organize a wonderful event. And after birthday party, no longer need of this plan. So we make plan for a specific goal or specific objective or for a particular situation. These plans will not be repeated in the future. New event, new plan. So we can say these plans are of non-recurring nature. मीन्स जो प्लान हम बना रहे हैं वो पर्टिकुलर सिचुएशन के लिए, पर्टिकुलर टास्क के लिए बना रहे हैं और वो दोबारा रिपीट नहीं होंगे. एक प्लान एक इवेंट के लिए बनेगा, दोबारा उसका कोई यूज़ नहीं. एंड लेंथ और ड्यूरेशन ऑफ प्लान डिपेंड्स अपॉन द टाइप ऑफ प्रोजेक्ट और इवेंट. इट कैन बी फॉर अ डे, फॉर ए वीक और फॉर ए मंथ. एंड व्हेन प्रोजेक्ट और इवेंट इज ओवर, प्लान विल बी यूजलेस. Single use plan, we can say the examples of it, budget, program and project. But students keep remember in this in this chapter or for your syllabus, we need to study only budget and program. Project, it is not in your syllabus. So budget and program we will study in detail today. Now second one, it is standing plan. Standing plan we make once or one time and we use it again and again for a long period of time. It is our wish or requirement. As it is, we will use that plan, or according to the situation, according to need, we can bring changes in this. So this is a plan we make once or one time and we use it again and again. These plans are designed to perform internal operations of business smoothly. That means for working in the business smoothly, we are making these plans. And these plans help to increase the efficiency of management. And these plans we make for the activities which we have to perform on regular basis in the business, or the activities which occur regularly. We make these plans one time, but we use it again and again, sometimes as it is, and sometimes we need to modify. It means we need to bring changes, but it is not required all the time we will change it and then we will use it. According to need, according to situation, according to time, we need to decide that we will use as it is or we need to bring some changes. So this type of plan, that type of plans comes under this standing plan are policy, procedure, methods, rules, and these all we will discuss in detail today. Now there is a third category also, that is called other type of plans. Objectives and strategies comes under this type of plan or other type of plan. What is the reason behind this? Because these both plans are general plans and prepared by top management, and these objectives and strategy serve as guide for overall planning. So it comes under other type of plan, not single use plan and not standing plan. Now we will discuss about the differences between single plans and standing plans. Students, from this topic, differences can be asked directly, like differentiate between single use plan and standing plan on any 2 bases, 4 bases, and for 2 marks or for 4 marks. Or they can ask you differentiate between both on given basis. Here on 4 bases we will differentiate between these two plans on the basis of meaning or usage, purpose, duration and example. So let us start. Single plan and standing plan. Now first on the basis of meaning and usage. These plans are used only once. These plans are used only once or made for one-time project or event. And standing plans, these are made once but used again and again according to the situation, according to the need. And it will be for long period. And we can use it as it is or we can modify it according to need and situation. Next base is purpose. Plans are that single plans are made for specific purpose. It means we are going to make this plan for a particular purpose, for a particular event or project. And then standing plans are made to provide guidance. This means these plans provide general guidance to perform organizational activities smoothly. And next basis is duration. Duration is shorter up to target achieved in single plan. It can be for a day, for a week or for a month as per the duration of project or an event. Then standing plan, it is for longer duration. That means we are making it for using it for a long period of time. And last is example. Types of plans comes under this category. Program, budget, projects comes under the category of single plans. And policy, procedure, methods, rules comes under standing plans. Now the time is to start discussion about the types of plan in detail. Now one by one we will study each type in detail. So let us start with the first type of plan, that is objective, and it comes under the category of other plans. Objective is a position where the management want to reach in the future. These are defined as ends, or we can say end result, which organization wants to achieve by performing different activities in different departments. Generally, objectives are set by top management, and focus on broad and general issues. And in simple terms, we can say what you would like to achieve in the future. And these objectives serve as guide for overall business planning. Objectives show us the destination that where we want to reach, and it provides us the direction how we can reach to our destination. And by knowing goals clearly, employees will be able to know what they have to do, when, and how. Business must try to set objectives in quantitative form as far as possible so that they can make it clear to understand and to achieve. And these objectives must be smart, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and within the given period of time bound. For example, increase in sales by 10%, increase in profits by 20%. These are the examples of quantitative form. It will be easy to understand, easy to measure, easy to achieve. So that means it will be clear for an employee what they have to do and how. The endpoints towards which all activities of business are directed, that is called objectives, and these are expressed in quantitative form, quantitative as well as qualitative, but manager must try to express these objectives in quantitative term so that it will be easy to understand, easy to achieve, and it will be in the form of written statements. Another example is increasing sales by 20% or earning 25% profit. Now next type of plan is strategy. This also comes under the third category of other plans. Students, strategy, it is also a general plan and prepared by top management, so we can say it comes under the category of other plan. It is a future decision which provides the direction to all the activities, or we can say it is a detailed plan which help us to achieve organizational goal, and it includes three dimensions. First, what we have to do here, we need to set the long-term goals, long-term objective of the business, and then we need to decide suitable and best course of action which will help us to reach to the desired goal. And then by making suitable best course of action, next point is what we have to do, we have to allocate, arrange required resources, whether it is a physical, financial or human resources. Most important thing, while preparing strategy, must consider the changes occurred in the business environment. You know, business environment keeps on changing, and it may help to bring changes in our plan as per new situations or need. Changes in economic policy, government policy, change in social trends, our taste and preferences, changes in law, rules, regulations, etc. So while making strategy, we must consider the changes occurred in the business environment. Sometimes we need to make changes in our plans also. It is a comprehensive or detailed plan for accomplishing an organization's long-term objectives. Plans made in the light of the plans of competitors also. For example, Hindustan Lever reduces the price of soaps, then Ponds make a counter plan to retain market share. Students, there are two types of strategic decisions: primary or major strategic decisions, and secondary strategic decisions. Major or primary decisions like whether the organization will continue to be in the same line of business or will start new line. Suppose I am manufacturing textile goods. I would like to be in the same line, or I would like to enter into a new line along with textile such as footwear, cosmetics or any other product, so that I can lead in the market, I can beat my competitor. So it is related to major decisions. And secondary strategy decision like I should reduce the price of my product to beat my competitor or to attract more customers. So these are the two types of strategic decisions: primary or major strategic decision and secondary strategic decisions. So strategy can be defined as the combination of all the decisions taken and actions performed by business to accomplish the business goals. It is a comprehensive, complete, detailed plan for including various steps for accomplishing organizational objectives. A business objective without a strategy is just a dream because it helps us to achieve a desired goal. For example, objective is to increase company's profit by 10%. To achieve this objective, company can adopt strategy like create and launch new product or models, introduce new distribution channels like online sale, select new advertisement media like internet marketing, etc. So these are the ways which help us to achieve organizational goal. Moreover, strategy focus on resolving issues, find the solution for our problems. Now the third type of plan, that is policy. Policy comes under standing plans. Policies are general statements which guide to thinking and channelize our energy towards a particular direction. It acts as a guide to thinking, guide to managerial actions and decisions in implementing strategies. Well-defined policy help to solve any issue easily. For example, if sales manager got the instructions to provide 10% discount on sales, so if any customer asks for discount, this policy of providing 10% discount will help the sales manager to take the decision that he can provide only 10% discount, not more than this. So no problem, no confusion will be arisen. Policies provide broad parameters for functioning of its managers. Policies guide the manager. This is a general response towards particular problem. There are two types of policies, major policies and minor policies. Major policies are for customer, clients and competitors, etc. means for outsiders, how to deal effectively with them. And minor policies are for insiders, the people, those who are working in the organization. And policies help us to get the information how to work on a particular task and how much information they have to convey to the outsiders. So the basis also will be mentioned. So policy, it is a general statement which provides guidelines, general guidelines in decision making. They guide managerial action. For example, recruitment policy, pricing policy, credit policy, purchase policy. And managers, they can use their own wisdom or wish to make and apply a policy. If we take an example of purchase policy, suppose company required jam bottles for filling jam. The manager has to think whether we should buy these jam bottles from outside or we should manufacture these bottles within the organization. This is the example of purchase policy. That means we are thinking what we have to do, how we have to do. And next step we can say that how should suppliers be selected to get supplies. From one supplier only we will get all the supplies or from more. So these decisions comes under purchase policy and it helps to take decisions easily regarding purchases. So no confusion will be there, no wastage of time will be there. So policy is a general guideline which guide us, which guide our thinking, which brings uniformity in decision making for achievement of predetermined objectives. Like sales manager knows he has to provide only 10% discount. So every customer will get the same discount. So no partiality will be there. And it will be clear for all the employees that what they have to do. Policies define boundaries within which decisions can be made. For example, another example, sales policy. Selling products only on cash basis or only wholesale basis. Policy of giving admission to students securing more than 90%. So that means by making policy, it will be easy to perform the task. Now next type of plan is procedure. This comes under the category of standing plan. It involves some routine steps to be followed to do a particular task. Student procedure, that means which includes some steps, and that all the steps we need to follow to do a complete task, to a particular task. This tells us the exact manner in which work will be done. These steps we need to follow in order to perform a particular task. For example, procedure for online shopping. What we have to do? First, we need to choose the goods, we need to place order, and if we want to make payment in advance, we will make payment in advance, and then processing of order will start, and then the goods will be go for shipping, and then we will collect the goods, and if we have chosen the payment at last, then we will make the payment and we will get the delivery of goods. Or another example we can take, procedure to get admission in Cambridge International School, the SUA. So there also some steps are there. That procedure is planned by lower level of managers, and it is especially for insiders to follow. That means if we want to give admission to any child in our school, so what steps will be there, how we have to perform, that will be decided, and sequence of each step will be decided in advance so that we are able to work this process smoothly. So procedures are routine steps on how to carry out activities or how to do a particular task by performing some steps in a chronological order, in an order. For example, purchasing procedure, selection procedure, or admission procedure. Policy and procedures are related to each other. Steps of procedure will be followed according to the policy given. So we can say policy and procedure are interlinked. Now, next type of plan is method. Method comes under standing plans. Method, it is a part of procedure, where procedure define the steps, provide us the chronological order of all the steps, and method tell us how to do and each step, how to perform each step. Method tell us the right way to perform each step. Methods are more detailed than procedure. Method will be different for different tasks. For example, if firm wants to provide training to its employees at top level, middle level, and lower level, then for each level, type of training will be in the different form. Such as, if we want to provide training to top level people, then through lecture, program, seminars, we can provide them training. And if we want to provide training to supervisory or lower level, then on the job methods or work oriented methods will be good, like apprenticeship training for plumbers, electricians, etc. So there are different methods to perform different steps, and method, it is a part of procedure only. It is a systematic way of doing routine or repetitive jobs. It deals with a task comprising one step of a procedure. That means how to perform a particular step comes under procedure and specifies how this step is to be performed. Selection of proper method saves time, money, and efforts, and it helps to increase efficiency also. For example, method of valuation of stock, methods of production, follow straight line methods of depreciation, or methods for training, etc. Now next type of plan is rule. This also comes under the category of standing plans. Rules. Rules tell us what is to be done and what is not to be done. मतलब हम क्या कर सकते हैं और क्या हमें करना अलाउड नहीं है. Rules are regarded as mandatory and authoritative in nature. Purpose of rule is to ensure discipline. हम discipline बनाने के लिए ही rule बनाते हैं. This is the simplest type of plan. And rules tell us what we can do, what we cannot do. Rules do not allow us for any kind of flexibility or relaxation. What are the rules decided by organization? That we need to follow as it is. There is no flexibility. And breaking of rules attract penalty. Those who are going to break any rule, they will be punished. Rules restrict the behavior of people so that they will think that it is, if this particular thing is not allowed, then we have not to do it. And it increase the level of control. For example, if an employee will use mobile phone while working in the organization, he or she has to pay 1000 rupees as a penalty. It means while working they cannot use, this is a rule, they cannot use mobile phone while working, and if they are going to use they will be punished. So punishment is the result for breaking the rules. So rules are specific statements of what should or should not be done in specific situation. They do not allow any deviations. Rules are made for the purpose of creating discipline in the organization. No smoking, no admission without permission, using mobile phone during office hours is prohibited. Now next type of plan is program. And program comes under single use plan, means one time plan. One time for one event only. Program. These are detailed statements about project. It includes all other types of plans like objectives, policy, procedure, rules, budget, resources. This all comes under program only. For example, if school is going to organize parents educational program, then first we need to decide its goal. We will prepare the policy, procedure, we will decide the budget for it, human resources required for it, what will be the rules followed by us. So all these things will be decided in advance. So all things will be planned in detail so that we can make this program successful. So it is a combination of all these types of plans to perform a particular activity. So programs are detailed statements about a project. Program may be taken as a combination of policies, procedures, rules, tasks, human and physical resources required, budgets, etc. The same program may not be used for achieving other goals. As I have taken example, we are going to organize in a school, we are going to organize parent educational program. When this program will be over, our plan will be finished. So for example, program for construction of shopping mall, program for opening a new department in our business. So these all are the examples of program. So it includes all other types of plans. It is a combination of other plans and which we need to perform a particular task. Budget. This is the next type of plan and it also comes under single use plan, one time plan. It is a fundamental planning instrument in many organizations. It is a statement of desired results expressed or given in quantitative form. It means we are going to prepare a budget for the future purpose in quantity form. And by making budget, it will be easy for us to compare the actual performance with the estimated one, and we are able to find out the deviation. If any deviation is there, we can take corrective action. It shows all the items in numbers. It helps to forecast future operations and expenses. For example, a budget may be prepared to show the number of workers required in the factory at peak production times. Another example is cash budget. It helps the manager to plan and control the use of cash. It helps to estimate cash inflow in the form of receipts and outflow in the form of payments. And it helps to maintain the balance between cash inflow and cash outflow. So budget is a recorded plan of action expressed in quantitative or quantity terms. It may be expressed in time, money or physical units. It is an instrument of both planning and controlling, because when you are going to forecast for future, that means you are going to plan, yes, how many workers are required, what will be the cash required for opening your new branch, and then controlling. It means whatever objective you have decided, whatever budget you have decided, that was according to need or not. It comes under planning. So budget is a control device because budget helps to compare actual figures with budgeted figure and take corrective action if necessary. For example, cash budget, sales budget, etc. So budget is a statement of expected results expressed in numerical terms. It is a plan which quantify future facts and figures. Means we are going to write in quantity form about future facts and figures. For example, sales budget, cash budget, union budget, etc. These are the types of plans which we have discussed. objectives, strategy, policy, procedure, method, rule, program, budget, etc. Now the time is, the examiner can ask you the type of questions. Students, they can ask you directly. Explain objectives for 3 marks, strategy for 3 marks, or they can ask you the question based on case study. And for last 2-3 years, the question is coming based on case study only. They are giving one case study and they are asking that identify which type of plan is mentioned in the above case study. It can come for 4 marks, 5 marks, 6 marks. So you need to prepare this topic thoroughly, carefully, and then in my next lessons I will give you the enough practice of case studies. So today we conclude our lesson here. Today we have discussed about the different types of plan: single use plan, standing plans, and other plans. Now the time is for home assignment. Students, some questions are given in the worksheet. So you need to write answer of these questions in your fair notebook. Stay home, stay safe, and keep studying. Thank you.